Testing the sound. 1, 2, 3. Here we go again. Testing the sound. Okay, then there is sound, video. Good morning to everyone. So I was away few days on vacation. You know, it's summer. It's normal to have a vacation. It was very nice. I would double it, but I have to work this week, unfortunately. So let's see what happened to Bitcoin. Who The daily doesn't look good. Indeed, we have bearish divergence on the daily. So we have higher price and lower momentum here. However, the money flow is going higher. However, it's having this divergence in the momentum. We have to be very careful, because the price may really start to dump to the downside. Of course, I'm not 100% convinced, because the daily money flow is going up. So nothing sure, nothing 100% sure, but there might be a case to short this. Let me see the weekly. Yeah, the weekly looks more bullish with this deep momentum and money flow going up. However, we are very still thinking the red in the money flow. So if this view up, this view up it's already flat, and it can start going down for another weekly wave, which means that we will have a bear market for at least 2-3 months more. If we count several weeks here on the Heiken Nashi, and momentum going down to form some kind of weekly divergence here, and price going lower, this could be the final leg of this bear market that we were in. So yeah, very interesting. It would be tricky this week and these few days to see if Bitcoin starts going lower and we print this red dot again or not. So this would be key. I think we're going for another leg down. My personal opinion, as I'm saying, not financial advice, my personal opinion. But we can also go up from here. We can also do something like that on the momentum and just go up. So we have to wait and see. I'm going to monitor the lower time frames. So 4 hour is yeah, not looking good. I mean, it's bearish with this red dot continuation to the downside. 3 hour also, it seems like continuation to the downside, although we can print another green dot here and go up. So the 3 hour really doesn't tell me anything right now. 1 hour, well, it seems we have some support here, so I may be able to long this. Small long, I would say. Yes, the 45-minute looks good also. 30-minute looks good, I would say, for a long. 15 minutes. Here I don't like the money flow a little bit, but yeah, I think we can long this. And I'm right now doing 25x long. Come on. Okay, 2. I want 25x long. What's happening? Okay. Alright. And indeed, I may have something on Bybit. I have to log in. Okay. Just in a little while. So this 3 minute looks bullish. 15 minute also looks a little bit bullish. 30 minute, 45 minute. Yeah, I'm having some walks. So I want to buy some. Okay, let me buy. Okay, 30. Of course, it's risky because we have daily momentum going down, but I think we will have upside, some upside, and I will place my take profit in a little while. And yeah. Okay. So my take profit would be 23,200. Yeah, so I'm taking this at 23,171. Take profit at 23,171. 23,171. Just a very small wonk, because I think yeah, there is some room to the upside. Okay, this also coincides with this chart. So okay, yeah. Let me see also this indicator. Well, this went down a lot. Yeah, if we have, if this support holds, we have also a spider line here. If this support holds, we can even go to the next spider line at 25.6. This is more longer trade, long picture trade, but yeah, I am definitely longing at this level. And well, my stop loss would be so I have liquidation price is 22 130. Let me see, where is that? 22. Yes, it's a good liquidation price. I'm going to place sorry, I'm going to put a liquidation stop loss at 22 150, let's say, okay, or 145. And the liquidation price for this one, for the other wonk, it's where is the liquidation? Yeah, at 22.1. So okay, fine. Okay, so now we continue. Okay, yeah, let's see what Bitcoin does. I hope I meet my target. and yeah, I have to be patient. Alright, so now let's see the daily on this chart. I want to see the daily on this Ichimoku. So we got rejected from the quote, from the Ichimoku quote on the daily. We got up and we got rejected almost exactly from the Tenkan Sen at 24.8 and exactly from the higher Bollinger Band on the daily. So we're almost in the middle right now in the quote. So it's a key area of consolidation. If we break this middle line, like if the support doesn't hold here and we start going down at 200 or 300, we're going down to 20k again. So let's see if this holds, because we might be retesting again the Tenkan Sen and trying to break it. This may very well happen. Yeah, this may very well happen. So this is on the 21 minute. This was on a daily, sorry. On the 21 minute we have yeah, this coincides with my take profit. So here we have the Tenkan Sen at 23,170 approximately, and if we test this level, I'm going to take some profit, or if not all profit. Yeah. So we are right now trying to break through the support line to the S1 from the S1 to the pivot, and this is a trade that might happen. What can also happen, of course, is that we get rejected here and we go to the 22,500. It's also possible, and we'll see. Okay, let's see the HIBOK Capital chart. The volume delta, so it peaked at 17.8 billion, and just to note that this volume delta was going up from in the middle of June, while we had this 17.6 whoa. So right now, if this topped out, we might be going for another bottom down, another wall down, sorry, for the bottom, because I think this would be maybe the last leg down, and then we will have some upside at least to 50k. So yeah, we're right now sitting on a trade line, so my wonk is good. I'm good with the wonk that I did. It can even go higher, so I don't know, maybe I shouldn't take all profit. Maybe I should leave some position open. But yeah, we got rejected, so we tried to break this trend line and got rejected and went down again. And also I think a clear trend line is showing, and I'll note it with the ray right here in red. So this is a clear trend line like that. Yeah, let's leave it like that. And yeah, I want to see, like, maybe we can do it like that, or we can do it like that. I want to have as much points as possible like that. Yeah, pretty much. So this is a ray that I would like to have, and also we see that we have some horizontal, which there is no need to draw. this horizontal 22.7K support line. So if we hold here, it would be a nice long position. 30-day. On the Google Trends, well, we're still going down here on the interest, on the Bitcoin price interest. Wow, 18. So just to note that we what I did expect, so June 13, or yeah, June 13 was the wall that we had at Bitcoin at 17 point something, 17.5 or 6, and you know, I was waiting for this to consolidate and, you know, to bottom, basically, to Bitcoin price interest to bottom, and then we should be going up. So if we start going up finally, if we bottom here, so 24, 22, now we're 18, so this might very well be the bottom. If I see yeah, let me see this chart, or maybe on the daily. Sorry, let me show you on the daily. So 1, 2, 3, 4 waves. Usually Bitcoin is going in 4 waves. So we might have a Chinese ching chong, as CryptoFace is saying, and we go down. Very possible that this is the beginning of Chinese ching chong dump to the downside, and the final leg down of this bear market. And this also coincides with this Bitcoin price indicator. And if we are finally bottoming out here, I would expect that we start, the price start to dump and we start climbing. Like we climbed here from 19, 21, and then immediately dumped. So this was the huge dump that we had. So I guess we'll do something similar. We will bottom here on this Bitcoin price interest, and then we dump immediately. Yeah. So be prepared for shorts. I would say. Maybe we will have a little bit to the upside, little bit, and we can short this. But yes, I'm getting afraid with the walk that I have right now. Anyway, because we might get rejected here and start to dump down. Yeah, we'll see. That's why I don't have a huge position. Just a teaser. So okay, I want to play as usual the Inspo Crypto on-chain analysis, because I think it is one of the best analysis that I have, basically. And yeah, let me play it, and then I close the session, then I close the stream, the video.
Hello folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspo Crypto. Well, what should I say? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The markets the markets are still doing what they did last Friday, and in my opinion we are very close. What should I say? But yes, in my opinion we are really very close. At least I'm expecting, if I check for example DXY. Come on. I mean, we are hitting a big support area. If it's not going to bounce here, I swear I will sell my trillions in US dollar and convert them in, I don't know yet, but I will convert them however. This market is killing me at the moment. Yeah, what should I say? So DXY should lift up soon. and start a nice pressure to SPX, I'm still expecting that SPX starts to go down. It would be a nice double top here, just go down afterwards. Also on SPY, but we need to see. At the moment, Bitcoin looks more bearish than SPY, so even if it's reacting to SPY, but not that bullish like SPY, SPX at the moment. So in my opinion, indicating they are in distribution mode at the moment. But we will check, of course, the data today. And let us go forward before we start, or before I start to talk about many other topics. What's happening here? First of all, I mean, we know everything. That happened yesterday. We have seen yesterday, and we will check that in our flow activity, that we had Sunday a nice activity. Even in the last few hours, I have detected something, but I'm not sure if it's bullish or bearish, to be honest. Not yet, not yet. We need to check together the data, and maybe then we have a good conclusion of what's going to happen. It is related to the market maker, or at least the market maker entities. They did something big today again. It didn't shock me, and it's not surprising me. But however, I don't know if it means more up or more down. I'm not sure yet. So we will see. However, the Wells ratio 30 days moving average after the daily one did yesterday a nice push up. I mean, that was Saturday, then Saturday to Sunday, more push up. That surprised me, and we can see at the moment that the 30 days moving average lifted up. To be honest, that's nothing big. In my opinion, we are absolutely done. We need to execute what they planned, and I'm still waiting. We didn't receive any big, um, or at least the Bitcoin exchange reserves for Coinbase and Gemini didn't lift it up even more. So it maintains its level. We still have, at least on those two, almost 30,000, 35,000 Bitcoins before, or now before just a few weeks ago, indicating usually I do it again. I mean, in my opinion, that's like a loop. I'm always trying to explain what the data means, but you mean, just imagine an exchange as a warehouse, and it's a warehouse with cars. And if you want to sell your car, you go to the dealer, you say, hey, I want 5,000 bucks for my car. He says, yeah, it's fine. He gives you the cash, you give him the car. What happens to the warehouse? You have one car more than before, right? Well, it's exactly the same with an exchange. The exchange is something like a warehouse. You go there, you say, hey, I have 3 Bitcoins, I want to sell them. What do? You go to the warehouse, so to the exchange, you send the Bitcoins to the exchange to sell them there. When you are selling them, what do? Of course, you get money, you withdraw the money, but the new owner, yes, exactly, he's withdrawing the Bitcoin. So usually, when the exchange reserves are rising, means someone is sending Bitcoins to the exchanges, but didn't sell yet. Usually, that's the thing. But we know, for example, that a few weeks ago we had a discussion with Seth from Binance. He was laughing related to an article saying that Binance bought 100,000 Bitcoins, and he said, ha ha ha, that's not true, that's stupid, because that's a deposit wallet from Binance. And to be honest, these 100,000 Bitcoins are still there, but nobody can explain why. I mean, if I would be a whale, would I send to Binance 100,000 Bitcoins and let them there for weeks? I mean, if I'm stupid, maybe, but otherwise, it wouldn't be the first time that someone is going to hack a centralized exchange. I would never risk, uh, you know, but whoever. So that's the basic. You need to understand what it means when centralized exchanges are lifting up in reserves. Usually that means that whales or traders are sending bitcoins to the exchanges to prepare the next dump, or at least the next distribution. It doesn't mean that they are going to dump that hard that the price is going to nuke. That can also mean they are preparing because they know, hey, we are going to make tomorrow a bull run to $300,000, so I'm preparing everything and I will sell the way up. Absolutely not convinced that's going to happen, but that's another scenario. So, what we see here is, in my opinion, we are still on track. Yes, with delay. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, because usually when it starts to decline, usually it starts to execute something I'm still missing. But patience. So let us go forward and check what's happening here. What we see here, that's the 1 hour time frame, and the 1 hour time frame is indicating, hey, whales are absolutely okay to let the price go up again. That would also explain why the whales ratio 30 hours moving average is declining to a lower range. I mean, 84, that's huge. I mean, that's still high, but the last time we did 84, that was beginning of June. Also here, usually that happens when that it maintains very high, indicating they are sending bitcoins. What happens when it starts to decline hard? Well, usually it decline hard and let the price go up and then down, and that's something they like to do. The question is that the same indicator this time? I don't know. I really don't know. I just want to be hello? Oh. Um, honestly with you, I really don't know if it's just to let the price go up a little bit and then to dump because they know that SPX, SPY will start to decline soon. Something we need to see. However, stablecoin supply, even if lifted up, it's declining right now. Also usually happen in the past, could be an indicator that they are right now just sending stablecoins back to the treasury like we are done. So the next, if we take a look here to the yellow line, that's the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges. It lifted up and yes, it's declining even since over the weekend it maintained on one level. Maybe it lifted up a little bit, but since then it's at least it's maintaining one level. So also nothing special here. Let us go forward. So weekend and then this here, almost 4,000 bitcoins, so 3,900 bitcoins. That's not common for a weekend. Afterwards, also, that was this morning, 1,765 bitcoins. Not that big. We don't need to talk about that. Really not big. We can see when the Wales ratio dumped. That was here, and if you check here, really just 0 bitcoins inflow. That's really unusually. It can happen usually when they do that because the market is in few hands at the moment. Usually that means they stop because they want to let the price go up. So it's what it's happening. It goes up, the sell pressure starts, and that's why the volume is rising. So it matches very well. However, no big stablecoin inflows, and even here, if we check the outflows, we had at the same time when we received 3,900 bitcoins, we had an outflow of 4,000 bitcoins, and since here 1,700 bitcoins, nothing big at least. So also here, that's it. Let us go forward. So let us make here a quick view. First of all, funding rate declined and lifting up. Same leverage ratio. Well, it declined is right now lifting up a little bit, and open interest as well. Related to stablecoins, really no big inflow activity. 120 millions. It's really peanuts. At the same time, we had here 160 millions, if I'm right. Yes, I'm right. So more outflows than inflows, as we can see also related to the net flow, for example. But what we see here is a big activity related to bitcoins and derivative exchanges. If we check, and I did my teaser already, we had here 8,500 bitcoins inflow to derivative exchanges and 8,000 bitcoins outflow. Well, the first thing I do, because I know the market maker, I just went to the market maker fund flow and said, oh, the MM is active again with almost 7,000 bitcoins. That matches very well to those 8,500 bitcoins. So it means that the market maker is at the moment just trading with derivatives and bitcoins as collateral. Again, that was just an 1 hour operation while the price lifted up. So I guess he went long. If we check, he did that several times. He did it here with 6,000 bitcoins. 1 hour later, we had an outflow. He did it here. He did it here. In my opinion, they are not buying. they are just using their Bitcoin collateral. That would explain why why their balances are reducing. But it seems they are just using Bitcoin's collateral to make more Bitcoins. I mean, if you can drive the market, why not? I will do that as well. Bitcoin for free? Nice. The question is, for which purposes? Just to receive, to get them? Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe they did loss, but if we had 8,500 Bitcoins inflows and then 8,000 Bitcoins outflows, it's less. Or he maintains some Bitcoins there to keep trading? I'm not sure. But if you want to hide your next operation, doesn't matter if you want to distribute the way up or if you want to dump the market, for example, it would make sense to do exactly what they are doing because you can hide 100% your operation. Nobody can detect what they are doing. I mean, only if they send from their derivative wallets to their spot wallets, for example, on Binance, we will see a bigger inflow to spot exchanges. We can track that. But what we can't track is, just imagine, he is every few days making such an operation. And he is making, for example, 20%. So let us say 8,000 Bitcoins, he did maybe 20%, 1,600 Bitcoins. He withdrew the 8,000 Bitcoins, but he left the 1,600 Bitcoins there. So the exchange reserves will maintain neutral because that's a zero net operation. So it maintains there. We can't track that. Only if he starts, for example, to shift this 1,600 Bitcoins then to spot exchanges to sell afterwards. That's the only way where we can track that. And that's it. So not that easy. So the best way if you want to hide, to be honest. So whales, if you are watching my video, you know. If we go forward, we can check the blockchain whispers indicating that even if we still have more shorts, the longs are coming. I mean, after, and that's something that's not unusually, where the price is declining, bulls are starting to fill and to load their longs. So nothing, with more we go to the downside, more longs will come and will follow. Absolutely. If we go forward, we see that the open interest declined. We still maintain a nice open interest of the notional value of open interest is, so we can see here we have 115,000 contracts. No, 115,000 Bitcoins open interest on Binance, and that's 2.7 billion. That matches very well to that here. If we count together, it should decline a little bit, and then it, no, dot 720. Let me refresh here. Dot 720. Here we go. 2.720 billion. So if we check, for example, what the biggest accounts are right now trading, we can see they are slightly more on the long side. If we check their positions, or the biggest positions, also here we see, okay, the biggest positions are longing instead of shorting. The long-short ratio 52 to 48. So it seems that more retailers are shorting, while whales are more on the long side. That's at least what Binance is indicating. Let us go forward and let me here just refresh the Kingfisher. So for me, it's still a big secret how the Kingfisher works. Limo, that's a follower, just sent me a message just a few days ago indicating the y-axis on Kingfisher should represent the number of positions that will be liquidated at that price level. So that would mean we have a lot of low level short positions here. Otherwise, their liquidation level is 42,000. I don't know. They are using maybe a leverage of 2, 3. I don't know really. So the next big one will be here 33.7, and the next one at 28,200. It's very interesting. Even if we received a lot more of longs, I don't know where they are. Because if that's the count of contracts we have on different levels, so yeah, the biggest liquidation would be here 16,600. So I'm not sure if that's how it works, to be honest. I need to send the Kingfisher a DM or something and to let them explain me how that works, because I really don't know. I have checked their documents. I didn't see anything about that. Well, let us go forward. On FTX, it looks a little bit different. We see here, so shorts are more in mid leverage, indicating they need to go up between 33 34 to liquidate them. And on the other side, we see everything here, so below of 7 of 20 and even 19 is the biggest liquidation cluster for long. So also not really useful, to be honest. Absolutely not. We can go up to 23,800 because we will see here the bigger liquidation cluster. And that's it. Let us go forward. So what we see right now is what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin right now is declining, and if we check that here, to be honest, we don't see anything. Nothing that would be really useful. Always the same, the aggregated with the stablecoin collateral futures matches very well, while at least we can say that they stopped to short more and more and more. At least looks like the Bitcoin collateral futures are neutralized right now, indicating if the idea of they are hedging their Bitcoin purchases and they are selling right now, it makes sense. That's stabilizing right now. It can even go up, indicating they start to sell. So it wouldn't surprise me. That's something we need to track next. So if FTX at the moment distributing nothing big. Let us go forward 30 minutes. I guess I have to not perp. Why perp? Always doing the same here. FTX spot 30 minutes. So we have Coinbase. Coinbase buying and buying and buying. I don't know what these guys are doing, or at least it's bullish because their volume delta is always positive. That's something I would never understand. 30 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Again, 30 minutes. Let us see what's happening here. And that's Binance indicating they are declining. So the volume delta since yesterday afternoon reduced by almost 3,500 bitcoins. So that's big. If we go forward, oh, it seems I didn't open them before. We go to 30 minutes and we check what Bitfinex is doing. They are selling at the moment. At least the volume delta is indicating they reduced by 500 bitcoins, or nothing big. So the volume delta is just indicating they are more on the sell side than on the buy side. And that's now the 30 minutes. Our Binance perp, and the Binance perp is indicating funding rate lifted up, open interest as well. We can see exactly what they did because it's exactly the same pattern. And then they just liquidated here a lot of people with their pump and dump what they did, and well, funding rate declined, lifted up again, and declined again. So that's it. Let us go and check. I mean, we have checked here the fund flow, also very interesting. Where these bitcoins are going to, because we see an hour later they withdraw these bitcoins, 8,000 bitcoins, but it doesn't appear here in the fund flow. And we check. Maybe it appears now. No, it doesn't. It doesn't appear. Usually it should appear here. So the question is, what are these guys doing? Where is this bitcoins going to? OTC? Just to sell? It's possible. It's really possible. But I really don't know. However, let us check. So we can see that here. If we check, we can see that the entities reduced again their balances by almost 20,000 bitcoins. So it would match They are still not accumulating. These guys have started to rise their balances. These guys have started to reduce their balances. And of course, this guy's buying, 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 buying. And this guy's doing nothing. So, interesting, but today not really useful. Everything looks very quiet, maybe a bit too quiet. So let us see what's happening here. As you see at the moment, of course this guy's buying, 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 buying. Their balances by almost 20,000 bitcoins. So it would match. They are still not accumulating. These guys have started to rise their balances. These guys have started to reduce their balances. And of course this guy's buying, 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 buying. And this
Okay, so yeah, yeah, I think this is the end of the video. So if you're not convinced that you want to wonk, I mean, we can dump. I just had this wonk because I thought that the 45-minute is good for a wonk, but of course we may continue down. We're at a key point, so if we also I see that theta is, you know, this looks like a top information for me, and we might be starting the down leg, the next down leg. It may not be this week, but it might be next week. So that's why I'm betting on the thing that we go a little bit to the upside this week, and then we start the down wave. But we may start it immediately, so be careful how you trade. And a good and successful day for me.